Hello there. In this video, I'm going to teach you the most basic form of meditation that I know. If you haven't meditated before, this is a great place to start, and you can meditate along with me, and I'll explain as much as I can how to do it. So, where to begin? Let's see. When you meditate, you have several options in how you sit, but for the most part, you want to sit comfortably and have your spine aligned. You don't want to be in a recliner. You don't want to be standing or sitting uncomfortably. You can sit on the floor if that's your method, if you want to use a meditation pillow. I'm just going to sit on a couch. You can sit in a chair. You just generally want to be comfortable and have the spine aligned. And you want to not have eaten recently. You probably want to wait at least an hour or two after eating. You want to have drank something, preferably not something with caffeine. Caffeine can really get in the way of relaxing into your meditation. I recommend just drinking water for at least an hour or two before meditation. And if you need to use the restroom, go ahead, pause this. You want to be able to relax as much as possible. Pretty much before you would go to bed, what would you do to relax and get comfortable? Those are the kind of things that you're going to do. I'm just wearing a pair of jeans, but probably even better than that would be sweatpants or some loose pants. If you are wearing pants that have like a belt or button, you may want to unbutton that to allow your breathing to really expand. And yeah, with that in mind, I have the light on, but you don't need the light on. In fact, it's probably better without any lights on. So just quiet and darken your environment as much as you can. And then just sitting, I recommend just putting your hands on your lap. You can also do other things with your hands like this, but for the simple most part, just put them on your lap like that and get as comfortable as you can. And let's begin by just noticing the breath. We're going to put our attention on breathing. One other thing I didn't mention, if you have your cell phone, turn it off. Silence it at least. And let's just notice our breath. We're not trying to deepen the breath or change the breath in any way. Just notice the breath. You're breathing through your nose gently. With your mouth, you can close your lips. Keep your teeth loosely apart. You don't want to clench your teeth and have them tight. Just relax. And notice the breath. The amazing thing about the breath is that it continues whether you consciously direct it or not. So we're just going to observe it and not control it. Just notice the breath. You may notice thoughts coming. You can just notice them and let them go. We have a tendency to think of our thoughts as ourselves, but really they come spontaneously. And if thoughts come, just return your attention to your breath. There's nothing for you to do right now, but just relax and experience the present moment. We're going to see how much we can be in the present moment, which is constantly appearing and reinventing itself. You may hear sounds in your environment, noises, but they can reinforce that you are in the present moment. Because the only place that you can hear a sound is in the present moment. And return to your breathing. We're going to allow our breath to go from the belly. We're not forcing it. This is the natural way that we breathe. Allow your belly to expand as much as it wants when your breath comes in, and allow it to, the breath to leave when it wants to. And allow yourself to experience whatever comes through your senses. And just, you can always return to your breathing. Slowly bring your attention back to the room that you're in. Allow your breathing to normalize. But keep your eyes closed for now. Start to move a little. Just move your shoulders a little, maybe. Move your feet. Turn your head left and right. If you feel like it, if you feel like you're comfortable enough, you can slowly start to open your eyes. Take some deep breaths. It's important when you come out of meditation that you don't suddenly stand up and start walking around. Similar to when you sleep, your breathing is very deep usually. Your heart rate is usually a lot lower. So it's important that we give our body a chance to wake up, to allow the blood flow to start normalizing again. I didn't mention that you probably also don't want anything behind your head resting when you sit, because you might fall asleep. So have your head either no pillow behind it, or have even sitting on a cushion on the floor. Either of those will make sure that you don't fall asleep. When I first began meditating about 20 years ago, I was impressed and amazed by some of the experiences that I felt. You could see things, you can feel things in your body, you can feel largely disconnected from your body or out of your identity. And I found that very amazing. But on the other hand, sometimes I would meditate and I couldn't get into that state. I would find that I was either my mind was wandering too much, or I just had too much energy in my body and I couldn't establish that deep meditative state that I enjoyed. But I've come to realize that there's nothing to attain in your meditative state. You're always present. There's nowhere to go. And that if you're trying to reach for something that is different from where you're at, then you're just creating another obstacle for yourself. I always try to remember when I'm meditating that I'm already there, and that there's nothing that needs to change to be in the present moment, to experience the remarkable experience that comes with every moment. It's constantly here and here and here. And you may have noticed when we meditated that a few times there was a neighborhood siren that I heard, and there was a noise from the fridge. But you don't need to let that keep you from being in the present moment. As I said before, that can actually remind you that you're in the present moment. So just accept the situation. Do your best to make it comfortable and quiet, obviously, but don't beat yourself up over it if it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, and nothing has to happen in your meditation to be present. If you continue meditating, which I encourage you to do at least once a day, you can go for as long as you want. I typically just seem to meditate about 15 or 20 minutes, once or twice a day. And sometimes you may find that you only need a few minutes. You just can't find that meditative state, and you don't have the time, or you don't have the motivation, or whatever, but try to at least do something and find some quiet with yourself, and just notice the present moment. You always return to your breathing. Sometimes that will start you, and then from there you can just notice whatever you notice, be it your thoughts, be it your feelings, be it whatever you're seeing behind your eyelids. There's no wrong way to do it, although some people would say there is. And there are plenty of other ways to meditate, using mantras, using music, all kinds of different forms. But I find that this is the simplest form that I enjoy, and it's the one that I return to the most. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And I hope this has helped you with your meditation. Thank you.